subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Now, that's enough. Top 4 finish, guaranteed?
Yeah, there'll have to be an unreal collapse for them to kind of finish outside the top 4 now. I think professional job done today. No frills about it. Got the job done. Very professional in that. The first half wasn't too great. We were talking about Brighton looked like the better team. Man United came out cool under pressure, dealt with the situation and got the 2 goals they needed to take the 3 points.
In many ways, that game epitomised Brighton's season. For long periods, they looked really impressive. They just lacked that cutting edge up front, particularly in the second half, and they go and fall to another defeat. And we've heard from Graham numerous times this season, performances have been better than results, and maybe tonight they would have fancied just a point.
They'll be disappointed. First half was outstanding. Second half, it's fine lines. If the chance with Danny Welbeck, if that goes in, 2-0 down, 2-0 up, do Man United to come back with the calibre of players that Man United have got? Any half chance they get, they took tonight. But loads of positives to take, especially where they are in the league, and they'll bounce back and go again next week. Talking
of positives, the man in the middle here certainly enjoyed the performance of Mason Greenwood this evening. He was off his seat most of the evening, cheering him on, and actually he's talking to Des right now, just down there below us. So let's get his post-match thoughts. Des.
You grabbed something tonight, a tricky night.
Yeah, it was a hard night. We scored first and we had to react to it. We started a bit well, but when they scored the first goal, we knew we had to react and put up better performances. And then the second half was excellent. Everyone was focused and switched on.
Yeah, what happened at half-time? Is it just a general G-up from the manager?
Yeah, all he said his part, the boys said his part. Obviously, Harry, the captain, he's vocal, so he's told the lads we can do better, and that's what we did second half.
Yeah, and a poacher's goal from you, a second goal of the Premier League season, that could be a big one when you look back on this season.
Yeah, obviously it's a confidence booster. I know I've not scored as many in the Premier League, but I've scored a header tonight, something I've been working on a long time behind the scenes, but we're all glad with the win.
And Marcus contributed as well, that first goal. A great run from Bruno to draw the defenders and then slip him in.
Yeah, Bruno does it all the time, every game, gets an assist. It's what he does, and obviously we all believe in Rashi, and excellent finish as well.
What happened in the first half? I mean, it looked like you didn't have a bit of creativity, a little spark missing perhaps.
Yeah, you could say that. I don't think we started very well, but as soon as they scored the goal, we knew we had to switch on and be focused. But we should have started that on the first time we came out really, but it's all good 3 points.
Yeah, you were buzzing for the first few minutes, and then when Danny Welbeck scored, you seemed to lose your way for a while.
Yeah, a little bit, but we all know we can work on that. We can do better. We need to stop conceding little goals like that, but I'm sure we'll be better soon.
Is it patience? Because, I mean, Brighton had a lead to defend and they get a great shape, don't they? Defensive shape, hard to get through.
Yeah, obviously with the 5 at the back, it's hard. There's a lot of men behind the balls. You've got to have that creative spark, and we did in the second half.
Yeah, and it's important to pick something up tonight, a win, because other clubs around you have lost points this week.
Other teams have dropped a few points this weekend, but so obviously we're not concentrating on anyone else, we're just concentrating on ourselves really, but happy to get the 3 points.
Well done, Mason. Thanks very much. Fair to say you salvaged that in the second half?
Yeah, I thought we started well, but when they scored after that, we couldn't find our rhythm again, and we needed half time to compose ourselves and go again. And second half, we played some good stuff.
So what did you say at half time? When you say compose yourselves, it looked like more of a rocket.
Depends how you compose yourself.
What did you say? Did you change the tactics? Was it looking for
nothing tactical from what we wanted from the first half. It's but more runs in behind, more movement, better movement. Just sometimes after international breaks, it takes time, and then maybe the fireworks have to be lit at half time.
Oh, it's good to have the habit of late finishes and building the pressure, because that's what you did.
Yeah, very good second half. The first goal, good play by Bruno, great finish by Marcus, and the second goal overall was a very, very good goal.
Yeah, Mason's been saying he's been working on his heading in training.
Yeah, he's learned from Eddie, and of course it's important when Edinson is here now. He's not going to play football forever, but it's the traits of that movement he's probably picked up a little bit, and Mason needs to add those goals to his tally, because we know how wonderful the talent he is, and he played really well tonight, and when he can add those goals, we know he'll really be a good one.
Well, the goal came just after you made the change, but Cavani was starved of a lot of service throughout the match, wasn't he?
Yeah, and that's, sometimes as a centre forward it doesn't work your way. You've got to be patient, be in the box. They defended well with a 5-4-1. So 5 at the back is always hard to break down, but we managed in the end.
For a while, seeing one of the club's academy graduates scoring might have been a bit painful for you.
Very. But on the other hand, it's great to see him back playing at his best. I think, Danny could have had a fantastic career here at Man United. Didn't work out. He's had some bad injuries, and I had him in the reserves. Such a wonderful kid as well, and just so pleased for him.
Very important for you to get the 3 points tonight with Chelsea, Leicester, Spurs all dropping points.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what anyone else does as long as we win and we get our points, because we're in second place, and that's it's a long way up, of course, but second place we want to consolidate that one.
Just a quick check on Marcus Rashford, because he's got a European challenge this week. How does it look?
Well, it's one of them again. Your fingers crossed, and you hope he's going to recover from it. But he had to come off, and but he's a tough one.
Thank you, Ollie.
Thank you.
Well, 1 defeat in 24 Premier League games for Manchester United now. And even when they have days like today where there's periods where they don't play well, they are, as you said, so good at grinding out the results now.
Yeah, that's what they've done this season. They've had games where they're not playing well. First half, we said the same thing. They weren't playing well. They hadn't created one chance on target. They hit the post in the first half, but didn't look creative at all. Come out second half, complete change. They weren't perfect. They weren't as fluid as you'd like, maybe, but they got the job done, and that's what you want to do at this stage of the season.
They was just off the mark, wasn't it? It was probably a typical performance after an international break where players have travelled around the world, come back, not had much time on the training pitch, come into game mode. I mean, like we said earlier about the calibre of players that's out there is good enough to win any football match. Brighton just come unlucky tonight, but signs of a good team. When you don't play well, when you pick up points, Rio's been there. That team goes on to win titles.
It's also a good sort of message regarding their mentality as well, because they've now picked up 25 points from losing positions. That's really interesting.
It shows you that they don't panic. They're calm under pressure. They go a goal down, heads don't go down. They're used to being in that position, albeit they wouldn't want to be in that position too often, but they have been. They found themselves there, but what they've been able to do is climb their way out of them situations. And there's a confidence, there's a belief then in that change room that they have the quality they know, and they're going to get opportunities that come. And when you've got someone like Bruno Fernandes in your team, who game in, game out, creates opportunities here, draws the defenders in, knows there's only one thing on his mind here, and that is going to be an assist at the end of this. He's not looking to shoot at any point in that. Rashford knows that. He's on his bike immediately. Ben White, you could pick holes in it. Can he defend? I don't think so. I think this is down to the great attacking play. Timing of the run, timing of the pass, bring the defender as close and quick to you as possible, then release. And then it's about the composure of Marcus Rashford.
It's a great finish as well from Rashford. Just opens up his body, knows exactly where he wants to put it, out of Sanchez's reach, but it's all down to the pass of Fernandes. Like Rio said, there was no point where he was going to take on the shot there at all, whether he was going to take it on his left or cut it back on his right. He was always going to slip it to Rashford.
I've spoken about Rio being off his chair a few times. You were the same when, like Danny Welbeck, was either going to score or was going to get a penalty, and he ended up with neither.
Yeah. Again, these are fine lines. The build-up play was really good. Brighton on the counter-attack, and for me, I mean, he has to score. I mean, there's slight contact. I didn't think it was enough to be a penalty, but these are the fine moments at Old Trafford away when you're 1-0 up. Looks like his studs maybe got caught in the turf there, but
no contact there from Maguire.
There was. I think there was minimal contact, but not enough to.
I think Danny Welbeck will be after the game. We'll look at that. I think he should have scored. Just get contact. Any type of contact is a goal. Yep. He gets nothing. So, but I don't think there's enough contact from Maguire to be a penalty.
And then down the other end, and they score. And the two of you were praising the movement of Mason Greenwood for this goal particularly.
Well, we was eulogising him, before the game and then during the game. His movement off the ball. Rio said, I want him to score tonight. And then, the build-up play here from Fernandes, he gets in the box, there's no one in there. It's a lucky assist, you could say, from Pogba, but just look at his movement in this clip. He's just loitering around in the box there, right, doesn't get it off that cross. Now he's thinking, right, now can I be proactive? Don't be reactive to the shot. He's not even shot yet, but watch Mason Greenwood's movement there. Where can I get into an area to score? On the 6-yard box, bang.
That's the striker's instinct there immediately. If you're questioning, is he a striker or not? This kid's a striker. That movement there alone tells you, because a lot of players, say myself as a defender or a midfielder like Sidders there, would have just stood and waited. Let the person who's on the ball hit the ball, then move. You don't get on the end of it. You move first there, you get on the end of the ball. I think what I was pleased about with him today, Greenwood today, was that it wasn't about the goal really. It was about his all-round game. He hasn't got the luck in front of goal this season. He's only got 2 league goals, 6 all in. But his actual movement throughout the 90 minutes today and the way he retained possession of the ball, his sharpness, he didn't actually get the ball a lot of the times when he could have. And I think that's something I'm sure Ollie and his staff will look at. He's making unbelievable runs and people aren't picking him out at the moment. And that will come with the confidence of the others and the confidence of him keep making the moves. Don't be kind of fazed by not getting the ball. Keep doing it and they'll see you at some point, because I'm sure someone behind the scenes will be telling them, listen, this kid's making the runs. You need to find him if you want to get goals and results.
What have you made of him this season? Because you get your breakthrough season and it feels like everything works out for you. And then actually it has been slightly more difficult for him, I think, at times this season.
Yeah, look, there's no secret that he's the best finisher in the club, ahead of, Cavani, Rashford. But the goals like that tonight, where you're sneaking into the box and you're just getting little goals like that goes a long way. But his all-round play today, just getting little pockets, his movement off the ball. Basics. These are basics in football that are the same principles that go the whole way through, from academy all the way through to first team, and you don't get away from them basics.
And for someone so young to be doing that as well, and still having the confidence to do it and still receive the ball, take it, when he's not, in terms of goals, in a rich vein of form, I think that says a lot about the kid's character as well. And you hear in his interview after the game, learning, working on things behind the scene. He's got the right attitude.
And Steve are with us this evening. Brighton, absolutely brilliant in that first half.
Been superb to a man, in possession, out of possession, getting on loose balls. A lot of people come on to United's sloppy play, attacked in numbers. I thought they well deserved the lead.
They look like a team that come into this with 2 wins on the bounce.
Yeah, we said before the game they're a confident team. Hadn't changed the actual team selection. This is the goal here. A loose ball from Man United in the middle of the pitch there. Fantastic ball from Morpay, and the movement from Danny Welbeck to get on that ball was phenomenal. Great.
Which just mesmerising with numbers in the box. Wan-Bissaka does really well to get back in. He has a little glance there, but just watch the movement of Welbeck. Look, he just holds out to go on the outside of him and then ducks in between. And then Wan-Bissaka, because he's switched off, you've got to be the pessimist as a defender. He thinks Lindelof's going to head that, and just that half a yard, he's being caught out. Lucky enough with the ricochet to come back into Welbeck and puts it in an empty net. But honestly, Brighton first half have been absolute top draw.
Yeah, they've managed the game perfectly. They've been difficult to break down. They get back into their slots. You can see, we said before the game, are they a well-drilled team? Yes, they are. They proved it here today. But once they get the ball, the transition, the way they're comfortable on the ball, to get through the different zones of the pitch, to get into the final third, they've been fantastic today.
Yeah, really impressive. Darren and Steve in the commentary box were saying they need a rethink in the Man United dressing room at half-time, and they're not wrong.
Well, Man United have lacked imagination, especially in the final third. They give it away, yes, a lot in these middle parts of the pitch, probably with a sloppy ball early on there. But it's more about when they've had the ball in the final third, they've had no real imagination, no creativity. Fernandez, who you look to for that today, they haven't had it at all. And they look out of sorts, and they look like the rhythm of the team's gone since the international break in that first 45.
Like the balls that they put in this area, like percentage balls, aren't they? We were talking during the game. This is where you got to probe, you've got to be a bit clever, have a little bit of goal. I mean, that there, like Pogba, they're like, that's like a worldly half volley that comes off. Again, sloppy play, but they're playing this because Brighton have got numbers around the ball. Even there, when they won the ball back, you can hear Adam Lallana shouting, react. They win the ball back, and then Brighton try and go and score.